Max here for Rev3 Games, and I'm with the legendary Michel Ancel, who is the creator of Rayman Legends and the other Rayman games. Rayman Legends was supposed to be out by now. What happened for people who might have...
Oh my god. Yeah, you know, the game was supposed to be released on the Wii U early this year. But yeah, the top management decided to release the game with the other console, which is good and bad. And now, with looking back at this decision, I think it's pretty good, just because we took 6 more months polishing the game, adding content into the game. And so now the game is bigger than ever. And I would say cooler, because yeah, we really had this precious time where your game is finished and you can add what you wanted to add but was not possible.
Well, the big question is, what have you added to the Wii U version for people who are anxiously stomping their feet wanting to play Rayman Legends?
Yeah, for the Wii U and mostly all the consoles, we have been adding the 5 bosses in 3D. You have seen some of them today. In the big hub, you can choose to launch Rayman Origins, and then you discover the Rayman Origins level. You get 40 levels, and they've been remastered. Visually, you've got new content, new enemies. You can play on the Wii U, for example. You can play with the touch screen on those levels. This is really something for free that we added just to make people able to play the Rayman Origins, who has not been released on the Wii U, for example. So it's an opportunity for them to play the game for free.
Well, that's just wonderful. Now, the big question is also the Wii U version, obviously. Yeah, you move around Murphy with the Wii U gamepad. How does that translate to a controller? Because clearly that was a big. This was originally a Wii U exclusive, and now it's making the jump.
On the game design point of view, of course, the touch screen is more is based on the movement, so it's the pacing is a bit slow. But when you've got a button, you want something very responsive. So we decided to let Murphy, this creature, move while you've got something to do, but you are the one who's going to say, do this or do that. So put this down, up, whatever, and it's very responsive, so you can play it in the flow, like I jump, press the button to make this guy move the platform, then I land on the platform, so it's like a new action, like if suddenly you had the ability to control the environment around you.
Okay, and also this is not necessarily just a positive thing. You can also kill your friends using this.
Of course, because you can move whatever mechanism or deadly things. So you can be the good angel or the bad one.
Very nice. And I was really impressed with the kind of the breadth of different styles of gameplay, because you've got the typical kind of very colorful running Rayman stuff, and then there's sort of a Splinter Cell level in there, a little bit of secret agent stealth action. Tell us about that.
Yeah, when you do a game like that, and when you play a game like that, you want surprises. You want to say, okay, I'm in a new world. It's not just to see a new version of the previous gameplay elements. You want new gameplays, you want new stuff. So we decided to be really connected to the theme of the world. So of course, we've got a world which is a kind of James Bond kind of world, where you could expect this kind of stealth sequences and things like that. So in that world, you're playing with the light, the shadow, and this is creating something really unique with this specific world.
And you've added a lot of light here. That's a new element here. I mean, obviously, the previous one had light in it too, but you've done wonderful things with this engine. Can you tell us about development, what you've been doing?
Yeah, because we wanted to be able to create very strong atmosphere in the game, very strong moods. And using the lights, the fact that sometimes not only the shadow and main lights, not only silhouettes, but also the fact that you could have rim lights or things like that. It's really very interesting to play with the lights, not only as an artistic thing, but as a gameplay thing too. So we've got dynamic lights everywhere. It's it's very interesting.
There's another thing here. There's a nice little competitive bit, Kung Fu. Tell us about that. We had a blast with that. That is an incredibly fun addition.
Yeah. This is, I would say, it's a kind of drinking game, you know.
I would say so much.
Because we did that game, we built that game during the game end party for Rayman Origins. So we had a party, oh, it's finished, blah, blah. So we had 1 week to make a game for the party. So we did that game, and it was so successful that we decided to put it in Rayman Legends.
Oh, that's wonderful. It's a game you guys made for yourself. How does it work for people who weren't at the end party of Rayman Origins?
So yeah, the Kung Fu it's a mix of fighting and football at the same time, and a bit of volleyball too, because it's a side view, and using the height is very important. So you throw the ball, you put fire on the ball, and if you kick the ball while it's in fire, then you've got this extra speed that makes you able to make goals, to score. And so it's very simple, but at the same time very technical.
I was impressed at how addictive that is, and that I know you were personally very frustrated that this couldn't come out sooner. And do you feel it's great that you've been given a chance to really add more to it and get it into more people's hands?
Yeah. And it's very rare to be able to. So far, as far as with the team, everyone was like, "Oh no, we want to release that game. We want our friend to play that game." When you're making games, you want people around you to play those games. You want to play with the. You can't wait to see your game, released and play with everyone. So it was very frustrating at the beginning. And then we sit with the team. People were like, no, we need to release the game. We need to force the boss to release the game. But, this is a hot reaction, very... with thinking more about that, you really realize that, no, we have 6 months to improve the game. So let's go back to work. It's hard, but we can make a better game. So.
Well, that's wonderful, and that game will obviously get into a lot more people's hands, which is very exciting. Now, they will kill me if I don't ask this. Can you tell us anything about Beyond Good and Evil 2?
No. Today we are really on Rayman Legends, finishing Rayman Legends. We'd love to continue the Beyond Good and Evil 2 development, of course.
Okay, well, play his next game before you ask about the next one. I'm doing my job. Anyway, Michel, thank you so much for chatting.
Thank you.
Your game looks lovely. It's so nice to see some color and some wonderful, cheerful things, and it's not just, guns shooting brown stuff and blood coming out of it. Thank you for chatting. You guys stay tuned right here to Rev 3 Games. I'm Max Scoville. Take it easy.